Hello everyone, my name is Winters and welcome back to this Let's Play series of Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. We are pretty much continuing on where we left off with a couple of exceptions. I have moved these two orders into the lifters and I picked up this order off camera. It is an experience order, this is an experience order, and this is a story mission order. But before we go any further, we're going to check the phone and we're going to see if there are any more experience orders. And if there are, we're going to pick them up. And if there aren't, we're going to dismiss them. Like so. Okay, let's check out this car. So, I just got back from a long trip. There was no issues along the way, but I'd like you to check the overall condition of my car. Thank you. And we have a lot of stuff to discover. Right, well, first things first. Let's see if we can put it on the test path. And engine cannot start. Okay, that answers that question. Up on the lift, so on the first stage, and we're going to do some diagnostics and see if we can identify problems. And I can see a lot of rusted parts there already. So the wheels look like they actually might need a bit of work. Yep, tires. Kind of hard to know there. Next up, electronics. So we're going to pull out the old multimeter and see what we can find. Starter and battery need replacing. Okay. Next we have a compression test. So we'll get a look at the engine here. I would imagine there's going to be a lot of stuff here with this. Not as much as I thought. So piston with Conrod. Damn. Right, we have to strip the whole freaking engine out. Okay. Next up, OBD port doesn't have one, so that just leaves a fuel pressure test. I would say fuel filter, fuel pump are going to need replacing. And the carburetor. Right, okay. So let's mark off all the items we have discovered. And that will make it easier for us to find out where we should be working. All the tires need replaced. Do you know what? I'm going to unmark the tires because that could just hinder us because they're so damn big. That gearbox doesn't look like it's in good condition. That radiator is in shit. Fan, you're coming off. There's going to be a lot of stripping on this job. Water pump, you're coming off. Belt. Did I see? Is the crankshaft? It frickin' is. Crankshaft is to come out. Damn it, that means the whole engine has to be stripped down. Oh, well, at least we'll get some good XP. I guess that's a plus. So we'll start off here with all the timing, and we will work on the top end once we get the timing done. Okay. Ignition coil is fine, believe it or not. It was quite rusty. I thought that actually might need some air filter. That needs replacing anyway, that's for sure. Carburetor, you need replacing. Alright, let's get the heads off. I hate taking off these rockets. They're so damn tedious because then you have to get the push rod valves, and you're it's just I don't like them. On the plus side, we are getting a lot of experience. That is a plus. Because we are getting 1 XP for every action that we do. So that's a good thing. Because then we level up faster. Isn't that right? Alright, so there's push rod valves that are needed, rocker arms that are needed, spark plugs that are needed. Okay, now let's move on to the other side. This job is definitely going to take up all of this episode. Just by the degree of work that we have to do. This is going to take a good 30 minutes. If not an hour. Assuming we don't run into any problems. And I'm guessing we won't because we're stripping the whole engine out. It means that we're probably going to come across any potential... How do I put this? We're going to come across anything that needs to be replaced. Just by the degree we have to strip the engine down. We're just going to naturally come across anything that has to be replaced. Those shocks don't look like they're in good condition, do they? Okay. Starter comes off from the engine from underneath. I don't think I need to take off the alternator. That gearbox definitely has to come off. Right. Let's lift up the car. I think we should take off the wheels because I think those shocks are going to need work. And those upper suspension arms. Let's drain the oil. Let's do that next. Okay, sump, you're coming off. I think we'll work on the engine stuff first and we'll work on the suspension stuff after. I think that's how we'll tackle this. If only it was this easy to get this stuff off in real life. That would be truly incredible. You could open up a garage and make an absolute fortune. Because you get through so many jobs in a day. Okay, now next I think we should take off the gearbox. Next, the drive shaft. Oh yeah, that gearbox definitely needs replacing. So does the release bearing, pressure plate. I'm gonna say the flywheel, but the clutch is... yeah, clutch is alright. Flywheel definitely does though. Okay, so now we can drop the car down. We can pull out the pistons. Pistons, out you come. Most of the pistons are actually... they're not too bad. One or two of them are bad, alright. Okay, back up again, we get the crankshaft out. Let's pull that oil filter off and crankshaft, voila. Okay, actually, do you know what, back in, I need to find out what sort of crankshaft I need. I need a crankshaft V8 OHV. Crankshaft. V8 OHV. And it should be in the C's. Crankshaft. There it is there. We'll get that back in now. I should have got a flywheel, shouldn't I? You know what? Let's mark off. I can't believe there's still stuff to be discovered. Holy Hannah. But we have discovered a lot. We're probably going to be coming in and out of here an awful lot as we complete stuff. But there is a lot of stuff still to be discovered. Jesus Christ. Okay. Pistons. Pistons will be next. So engine needs to come down. I don't even know how many pistons we need. Looks like 2 pistons. Maybe with piston rings. Right, okay. Let's put the ones that we have back in, because that will be a safe bet. I've said this before on previous jobs. If I was doing this for real, I would not put secondhand pistons back in. I would have all new piston rings, oil rings across the board, and keep everything kosher, you know. Okay. How are we doing on... I will bet that we don't need piston rings, so we'll just get 2 pistons with Conrad. Piston. We'll get 2 of those. And 1 goes here. See, I would never do that. A new piston without new rings. That's just asking for trouble. Okay, we'll get the heads back on now real quick. Okay. Let's mark off what we've done so far to make it easier to see what is remaining. Not a lot. Okay. We'll put these push rod valves back. Alright, now over to the far side. Alright, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 valve push rods, which we should find under rod. What I'd say 5, wasn't it? Should have got the rocker arms as well, actually, while I was out there, but sure, what the hell. It's not the end of the world. Oh, we have new rockers. Sweet. That helps. That helps a lot. Alright, over the far side. Get these 2 bad boys in. And new rockers. Damn it, we're one short. Man. That's unfortunate. But not a major concern. We're talking about only losing seconds. Alright, move over to the far side. Right, we can actually put this head back on here, because this one is done. Right, so we just need one rocker arm. Rocker arm. I think we should buy some spares, so let's buy like 5 of them all together. And we'll use them at some point in the future, no doubt. Alright, now this head can go back on. Lovely. Alright, now intake manifold. We are doing good. That ignition coil, the same one can go back into it. The camshaft can go back in, which means the ignition distributor, rotor, and distributor cap can all go back on. Let's not forget the clips. Alright, we need some new spark plugs, so this is a new one, and yep, we do have new ones. This is a new one. This one here is a new one. And I think that's it. Alright, all the rest are secondhand. Sweet. Okay. Let's mark off what we have done. Do this in stages. We are actually getting on quite well. Still a lot to be discovered yet. Fair enough, you know. But we're not doing too bad now. Okay, let's cam gear. We need a new cam gear, V8 OHV. V8 OHV, cam gear. Down to the C's, cam gear, there it is there. Timing chain, we need a new timing chain. Down to the T's. Timing chain, there it is there. What's that carburetor we need? Carburetor 4 barrel. Ooh, we need a new timing cover. Timing cover. There it is. Water pump does need to be... Oh, we have one. Nice. That's a pleasant surprise. We obviously picked that up from a previous episode. Crankshaft pulley, we need one, yeah. Water pump pulley, we need one. Okay, let's... crankshaft pulley V8 OHV. Crankshaft, so back up here to the top. Crankshaft pulley, there it is. What else did I say we needed? Jesus. I know I need a fuel filter. Water pump pulley, that was it. Water pump pulley. Shit. I think this is the one. 4 barrel carburetor. I think we need a fuel. No, we have the filter. It's a pump we need, I think. But we'll get to that later. Okay. Going good so far. What are we missing? Oh, power steering pump. We need new power steering pump. V8. V8. Down to the P's. Power steering pump V8. There it is. Now, belts. How are we doing on belts? We need a new belt. Belt B. V8 OHV. Down to the S's. PQRS. It was belt B, wasn't it? V8 OHV, which would be this one. We're going to have to come back there again now to get the second belt, probably, if it needs replacing. And I don't know which one it will be. Will it be belt A? It is belt A. Do we need one? We do. Okay. Belt A. Oh, there it is there. Sweet. We were right beside it. Now we need a new fan. And a radiator C. Radiator fan. PQRST. Radiator fan. That's it there, isn't it? And radiator C. Radiator C. There we go. Right, let's get that stuff in. We need to change that battery, don't we? Let's mark off what we've done. Oh, look at this. We have a lot of stuff done. This is excellent. Yep, we're looking good. We're looking real good. Okay. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. I want to get the fuel filter in. Right. Exhaust manifolds. We can get those back on. And we'll get the one on the far side. Now, round air filter base 1 carb. Round air filter base 1 carb. Get that back on. Then we need a round air filter. Round air filter 1 carb. And the cover can go back. Alright, that's pretty good. Now, I want to see what sort of oil filter is it. It's a V8 OHV. Okay. Right. Now we're going to start working on suspension stuff. And we'll take care of like the air filter, the fuel pump, that kind of thing. We'll mark off what we've done. If there's any few bits, there are. Okay. Caliper seems okay. Brakes, not okay. Brake disc ventilated, not okay. Wheel hub cap, not okay. That steering knuckle looks like it needs work, doesn't it? Okay, outer tie rod. I'd say that's on the fence. That needs to be replaced. Upper suspension arm. End link B. Shock, you need to come out. Okay, moving on to the other side. Yep, needs to be stripped. Core brake pads. Same thing again, the knuckle over this side needs replacing. Upper suspension arm definitely needs replacing. Right. We can't get the fuel pump. Okay. Let's mark off what we have discovered. Which is actually quite a bit. We are going to have to do a lot of in and out from the store to pick up everything. I wonder what those rubber bushings are like. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that looks fine. That one doesn't look great. Indeed it wasn't. That one wasn't good either. And that one wasn't too bad. Okay, so let's see. New ones here. And second-hand ones go in the front. Okay. Knuckle C. Okay, need to remember that. Knuckle C. Front steering, knuckle C. We'll pick up 2 of them. End link B. link B. We'll pick up like 3 of them. Upper suspension arm. I don't think it was B. Rubber bushings. We'll pick up like let's pick up like 10. Crap, I didn't pay attention to the shocks. It's probably a double wishbone shock absorber, but I don't know for sure. Steering rack. Let's get some inner and outer tie rods. We'll pick up like 3 of each so that we have spares, or a spare. And I think we should get stuck into that. Yeah, new inner and outer tie rod there. Bottom suspension arm, along with second-hand rubber. Actually, do you know what? Here, we'll do it this way, because we know we have to put a new one up top. So we'll use, just make it easier for searching through the items. Sway bar B. Do I have one of those? I don't. Shiza. Brake disc ventilators, we need new ones there. Brake pads, we definitely need new ones here. Brake caliber, I think secondhand is fine. Okay, moving over to the other side. Nice, excellent. Brake pads, do we need brake pad? We do. New brake pads on there. Second-hand caliper, along with cylinder. And we need an inner and outer tie rod. Upper suspension arm, along with new bushings. Now, we'll put second-hand parts in here, since they didn't need to be replaced. And it's a double wishbone shock absorber and sway bar B. Okay. Let's break down the old ones. And we'll go for shock. Wait a minute. Sway. We'll start off with that. Sway bar B. And shock. Double wishbone shock absorber. We need 2. We need 2 front shock absorber caps, and we need 2 springs. 2 front springs. Whoa. 2 front springs. There we go. Alright, that's one done. Now we'll get the second one put together. Sweet. Okay. Second-hand rubber bushings again. Get that sway bar back in. End link Bs. Shock absorber. Do the same over the far side. Sweet. Alright, let's mark that stuff off. And we'll see what we are left with. Still quite a few items to be found. I am guessing that's all going to be down the back. Kinda has to be down the back at this stage. I mean, we've done the engine bay, we've done the front suspension and brakes. So there ain't frickin' much left. Right, looks like I didn't forget anything there. Oil filter, I did forget about that. Let's get the clutch stuff. Oil filter V8 OHB, oil filter V8 OHB, there we go. Flywheel. Clutch. Clutch plate, pressure plate, and release bearing. And I don't know what gearbox yet. Huh. I'm gonna take a chance that the clutch that came out of it was fine. If I'm wrong, it's not the end of the world. Let's actually work on the bottom end of the engine. I know never said that this is what we're going to do, but to be honest, I actually forgot about it. But now that I've remembered it, I'm like, right, we better get that done again, or done now before I forget about it again. Wonderful, wonderful. Gearbox via OHB, okay. Gearbox V8 OHB. Where are you, little son of a bitch? V10, V8, 4x4. Somewhere, there it is there. Alright, now what I'm going to do before we put the prop shaft back on and all that, I'm going to mark off what is done to see if that clutch needed replacing as well, because it'll stand out like a sore thumb now. And it's not. Alright, starter, I think we need a new one. We do. Okay, so prop shaft is next. Let's get working on the back. So the back wheels are coming off. Get the ones over the far side. And let's get these brake drums off. Shoes look okay there. Cylinder looks okay. Solid rear drive axle might need replacing. Indeed it does. Wheel hub 4. Knuckle housing B. I'm going to say bushings here and spring. Yep. Lovely. Okay. Shoes look fine there as well. Cylinder's fine. Drive axle, not so good. Wheel hub 4. Knuckle housing B. Let's get these bushings out again because the spring probably needs work. It does. Lovely. Okay. Let's start buying. Knuckle housing B. We need 2 of them. Wheel hub cover 4. Hub 4. There it is. We need 2 of those. Solid rear drive axle. We need 2. What else do we need? Springs. Spring. Let's get 2 leaf springs. We'll get 2 leaf spring plates. We'll get like 2 4 U-bolts. I have the rubber bushings. Okay. Wait, down this end. Let's mark off what we have discovered. Like I said earlier, this is, you know, in and out, in and out, in and out, in order to keep track of what we've done, what we haven't done, what we have left to do, that kind of thing. It's just good. Not practice. What's the word I'm looking for? It's good. Policy. God, I'm having a brain fare. I can't think what I'm trying to say. Oh, we already had a solid rear drive axle. Oh well. Not the end of the world. Second-hand cylinders can go in. Second-hand shoes can go in. Second-hand brake drum can go in. Let's get the spring in. Second-hand. Ooh. Let's just put all new ones in. I think that'll be easier. Now the rubber bushings. Alright, that's that side done. Now let's move over to the other side. Okay, next we get the spring in. Spring plate, 2 U-bolts. And a couple of rubber bushings. Looks like we had just enough rubber bushings for this job. We have only 2 left. Alright, wheels. There isn't much left to be done now. We're nearly at the end of this order. And my god, we're at this 45 minutes. Mind you, it was a big order. You know, we stripped the whole damn... Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? We have to strip the wheels. The wheels. I completely forgot about the wheels. The wheels need work as well. It's like the last thing we're going to do. Oh well, we got a couple of points of extra XP. Starter V8 and battery. I better pick those up now. Starter. Battery. Right. We'll mark off everything that is done. We'll see what is left. So the battery is left. The starter is left. All these are done. And the tires. So it's just tires we need. It's not actually rims. So let's start breaking these down. Right. I need to make a note of this. So they are vintage tire. Vintage tire. And they are 215/70 or 15s. Okay, so go ahead, break that one down. We'll quickly pop into the store. Tires, vintage tire, just this one, and we want 4 of them. Size 15 and 215 width. Profile is 70. Buy 4 of them. Alright, let's put one of these bad boys together and we can get him balancing while we're breaking down the rest. This way we are maximizing our time by being as efficient as we possibly can be. And I think this is the last one. Yep, they're all good. Sweet. Okay, let's get these bad boys on. Move over to the other side. And we must not forget about the starter, so we'll do that now. Then we can drop the car down. Now we can get the battery in. And now we'll put oil in the engine. be done here any second now. And there it is. And I believe that is the entire job done. And we'll check here. Yep, it sure is. Man, that was a long one. Okay, so we spent 7,600 on parts, and we're getting 19,600 back in payout. Holy Hannah! I mean, the car would probably cost that. All right, let's finish up that order. Let's quickly check the phone. We'll see if there's any experience orders in there for us. If they're not, we'll dismiss them like so. And yeah, we're going to leave it there for now. Man, 51 minutes we've been doing that job. Alright, well, thanks a million for watching, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that good stuff. It means a lot, and your support makes a huge difference. So thank you all for that. My name is Winters, and I'll catch you next time. So until then, adios.